Heritage Day here at the Red Mill Museum Village. We're happy to have everybody back on our grounds. We know it's been a difficult time of year. As many of you already are, please make sure you follow proper distancing as you're going through the site, and wear your masks, especially inside. All the buildings are open to you today with various activities. We're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll have Mr. Eggert, one of our trustees, lead us.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have Reverend Ed Murphy with us to start with an invocation.
Well, wonderful to see everybody. I've been missing you. One of the nice things about being a priest is people give you prayers. They walk up in the middle of downtown Clinton and they give you a prayer. And now that we've been spending so much time on the road, all over the world. And so I'd like to do an invocation from a friend I've made this last year. His name is Terry. He's a Navajo Indian. O great spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me. I am small and weak and I need your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make my hands respect the things you have made and my ears sharp to hear your voice. Make me wise so I may understand the things you have taught my people. Let me learn the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength not to be greater than my brother, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. Lakota Sioux Chief, Yellow Log, 1887.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite events here at the Red Mill. It's a wonderful day that we recognize veterans, those that are currently serving, and of course our history and those who have served throughout the history of our country. We couldn't do this without the help of a lot of people. I'm going to do this as a double recognition today. Some probably already know is the anniversary of the Doolittle Raid, which was the first strike on Japan after Pearl Harbor, so April 18th. And that was shared by my friend Matt Susko from the Round Valley Military Museum, who has an amazing exhibit upstairs and has helped organize a lot of the event here with us today. So I want to thank him for that. I want to thank our Quilt of Valor organization and Kay McGuire for her quilt. I want to thank Joe Eggert and the Order of the Purple Heart for being here to support your brother. And I want to thank our staff that are always amazing here at the Red Mill to work with, especially Tim Doyle, who's going to raise your hand. Tim, many of you met him as he was organizing the event, but Tim has done an excellent job preparing for today. So I want to thank Tim for all of his hard work. So with that, I will turn it over to Joe Eggert to introduce our Quilt of Valor recipient.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. I have the distinct honor and privilege to present this year's Quilt of Valor recipient. Joe was drafted into the Army in 1966, sent to Fort Hood, Texas for basic training, advanced infantry training. On August 18, 1967, he was sent to Vietnam and assigned to Charlie Battery, 1st Battalion, twin 40mm automatic self-propelled. 44th Artillery, better known as Dusters. Although Joe was in the Army, his unit was deployed to Vietnam as a 3rd Marine Division Mobile Fighting Team and Body Recovery Unit under Marine control. Joe and his crew hold the distinct honor of 27 combat missions, being the last and to leave the finally abandoned Quezon combat base. Joe's combat medals include the Bronze Star with Valor, Purple Hearts, War, Gallantry Cross with Palm, Marine Combat Action Ribbon, Ribbon of Vietnam Civil Actions Honor Medal, both the Army and Marine Presidential Unit Citations, and Unit Commendations. Joe is currently the State Commander of the Military Order of the Purple Heart and the Middlesex County Commander. Hence, you see fellow brothers of Purple Hearts are here to honor Joe. So at this time, Mr. Joe Bellardo, please. At this time, I also would like to bring the wonderful ladies from the Quilt of Valor.
You can hold it.
John, Paulus, and Sandra, could you please come up and hold the quilt?
Your arm is going to get tired. Yeah.
Ladies, come on. Okay. Barbara, here we go. I'd like to introduce over here. You got all that? Okay. Who's done this before? Okay.
And I'm here on behalf of both the Quilts of Valor Foundation and the Hunterdon County Quilting Guild. These other ladies who are here, Eileen Coretta, Jenny Edelmeyer, and Diane, we're all on the, and Kay McGuire, we're all on the Quilts of Valor committee with our guild. And Kay, every year, makes from start to finish a beautiful quilt for this event. And this year we are proud and honored to be here to award this quilt to Sergeant Joseph Bellardo for his military service and sacrifice. But before we actually get to wrapping Joe in this quilt, I'd like to give you just a little background on how the Quilts of Valor Foundation got started. A Blue Star mom back in 2003 from her sewing room in Delaware decided to make a quilt for her son to give to him on the completion of his deployment. She was very nervous, as you can imagine, all you moms in the group, you know, your son is deployed in 2003 to Iraq. And she had a dream one night, and this is in her words. The dream was as vivid as real life. I saw a young man sitting on the side of his bed in the middle of the night, hunched over. The permeating feeling was one of utter despair. I could see his war demons clustered around, dragging him down into an emotional gutter. Then, as if viewing a movie, I saw him in the next scene, wrapped in a quilt. His whole demeanor changed, from one of despair to one of hope and well-being. The quilt had made this dramatic difference. The message of my dream was, quilts equal healing. The model appeared simple. Have a volunteer team who would donate their time and materials to make the quilt. One person would piece the top, another person, sometimes the same person, will quilt it. And I saw the name for this special quilt, Quilt of Valor. With that, it became her desire and mission to see that returning warriors were welcomed home with the love and gratitude they deserved. This idea grew legs, and the Quilts of Valor Foundation became a grassroots, nationally, community service effort. The scope of this effort has expanded from the 2003 war to include all veterans who served in wartime and for all wars and conflicts. And since then, nearly 270,000 Quilts of Valor have been awarded to those touched by war to thank them for their service, sacrifice, and valor. So today we're here for you, Joe. just to summarize what Joe Eggert had said, you served in Vietnam in 1967-68 with the United States Army, 1st Battalion, 44th Artillery, attached to the 3rd Marine Amphibious Force, 3rd Marine Division. And you were awarded the Bronze Star for Valor, multiple Purple Hearts, Army Presidential Unit Citation, and Marine Combat Action Ribbon. And you currently serve as the New Jersey State Commander of the Order of the Purple Heart. So quilts of valor are made with appreciation, admiration, and respect for our veterans who have been touched by war. Though we may never know the extent of your service and sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America, as a gesture of gratitude on behalf of a grateful nation, we are most honored to award this honor to you, Joe. Sergeant Joseph Bilardo, Sr., United States Army, the Quilts of Valor Foundation wishes to recognize you for your service to our nation. We consider it a privilege to honor you, though we may never know the extent of your sacrifice and service to protect and defend the United States of America. As an expression of gratitude, we award you this Quilt of Valor.
Since I'm a big Italian crybaby, I gotta catch my breath. First, I want to thank Mom, my man, for quilting this. Okay, Kate, and all the other ladies involved in this association who do the Quilt of Valor. I have never received an award of this magnitude or this dignity, for making me feel so humble as a veteran. I want to thank the Red Mill Museum for hosting this event every year and seeing all the other people doing, war acts at different wars and different vintages. I see my fellow Purple Hearters here and other veterans. I want to thank Joe Eggert for the call. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah!
My friend, lifelong childhood friend, fellow buddy, football player, track, everything, boxing, Vietnam vet together, John Paulus, for nominating. I've been doing this veteran thing a long time. And most people don't know why I did it. As an Army unit attached to the 3rd Marine Division, 50% of my job was body recovery. In my first week there, I recovered a Marine from 1-9 who died in my arms. His name was James. The week before I came home, I get another Marine from 1-9. His name was Jimmy. And in his dying breath, he said, Joe, please dedicate your life to the military and save and help as many of us as you can. So for the last umpteen years, I've been playing veteran, trying to help everybody I can. And it's been my honor to serve and help all my fellow veterans. No one has ever heard that story. And I thank my wife for 53 years of wonderful marriage and keeping this man healthy, straight, and feeding me like it was my last meal every day. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. I could talk hours. No, I can't. They've heard me before.
Purple Hearts.
Purple Heart Brothers, up here. Veterans, get up here. Hey, get up here. Hold on.
We got too big, man.
Hold on.
No.
Yes, you are.
Eileen, got it? This is Paulus? Okay, good.
Hold on, one more thing. Come here, honey. Come some place to
Oh, yeah! Wow!
Hold on, don't leave yet. I have something done.
Yes, thank you.
Several years ago, I wrote a book. My father, who was General Patton's aide, made me keep a diary, a special diary that we worked out together. And years later, I wrote 70% of the diary, word for word. My lovely wife proofed it and changed all of my bad language. Right? And we have 70% of the diary. The first one, it's called Duster Man because it is, well, Mr. Joe Edgar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I have one for Paul, wherever Paul is.
Paul had, oh, there he is.
Paul, my book. And I have 3 left for the quilt. Both of you. I will sign it later. And I have one more. Who would you like to go to? Here you are.
If anyone is interested in nominating someone for a quilt of valor, there are some business cards on the table, and it gives you the website where you can go and nominate someone for a quilt of valor.
Thank you. And thank you again for this honor. I love you all.
Thank you!
Look at that. Oh, thank you. Look at that. It says that.